Today, guys, we're going to be going over Xande and how I feel that they, and by they I mean Gumi and Square Enix, actually just destroyed this character. He was supposed to be a very strong character, and he still is, but he didn't get one simple change that would have made him super strong. They kind of actually took all the power away from him in the global version of FFBE. He's going to be a character that's going to be able to do some stuff for you, and he was going to be able to give new players a very relevant unit to chain with, an extremely relevant chaining family in Final Fantasy Brave Exvius, but it didn't actually happen. So today we're going to be talking about Xande and my feelings on that, what simple things need to be changed. I don't really complain about a lot of stuff, but I really think this should get changed in FFBE. And I think maybe it was just an oversight, possibly, an oversight, right? If you're going to call something a global upgrade to a character by changing a chaining frame family, that's really not that big of a deal, because it's really not that hard to just change their family, especially when you're taking them from Chaos Wave to Chaos Wave Awakened. A lot of people say, oh yeah, that's a big plus. We like that chaining frame family better. It's easier than Chaos Wave. It's better than Chaos Wave. Chaos Wave Awakened has more hits and all this other stuff. It means more damage, more chaining partners, because we've been changing a lot of people into Chaos Wave Awakened. But the reason I had such a big deal with that is that it's not necessarily just an upgrade, because anyone else who doesn't get that upgrade is going to be much worse than before. So today we're going to be talking about Xande, and as you can see, he's got Chaos Wave. Now, the thing that Xande was supposed to be able to do was chain with a lot of relevant chaining damage dealers as mages, and this definitely needs to get changed. And we can see, we'll scroll down real quickly, his elements are Fire, Dark, and Earth. He was going to have Quadracast, Fire, Dark, and Earth chaining frame, Quadracast, Chaos Wave Awakened families, which is a very prevalent and very powerful archetype here. Now, he can't chain with those anymore because everyone else got upgraded to Chaos Wave Awakened, and he didn't. He didn't get upgraded, and this is actually a pretty huge deal, because this locks out a lot of people the ability to use their Xande, who isn't going to be doing the most amount of damage by himself, but using them with a powerful friend unit, right? CG, White Lotus, Dark Mage, Fina, right? Not Trans Terra, but CG Terra, Kefka even. Anyone who has Chaos Wave Awakened of those three elements, he'd be able to chain with and do some decent damage that way, because chaining is everything in this game. As if you want to do damage, you're chaining. That's how it is. You're chaining, you're chain finishing on a chain. It's chains, and he doesn't have access to be playing with the best characters anymore. He can literally only kind of chain with bad old skills or himself, and his multipliers aren't the highest in the world, right? We have Ancient Meteor, Ancient Quake, Ancient Darkra, Ancient Stonga here, which are the Dark and the Earth Chaos Wave skills. He's got Onion Slice, Fire, not that big of a deal. It's really Dark and Earth here, the two families that he's going with Chaos Wave. Now, these should be Chaos Wave Awakened. He just really should have access to the Quadracast Chaos Wave Awakened. This is really what's holding him back. His Limit Burst, nothing worth talking about. Don't level it up as a newer player, but he does get Demon King's Aura Quadruple Cast Magic here, and this is activated by Demon King's Aura, which he gets it for 5 turns, which is, he has got a lot of uptime on his Quadracast. That's what you're going to do. You're going to be casting quadruple ancient magic 4 times any of his skills. Any of them. Any of his skills outside of dual casting black magic itself. This is really what's holding him back, right? He's got access to Dark Stone Stopka. No one cares. Ancient Meteor, Chaos Wave, should be Chaos Wave Awakened. Ancient Quake, Chaos Wave, should be Chaos Wave Awakened. Gives a multiplier buff to Ancient Quake. Gives a multiplier buff to Ancient Meteor, which are his, guess what? Other skills that you're not going to use. Ancient Meteor, here you go. You're going to buff him up? Nice. You're going to buff this one up? Nice. You know what's not going to be used? Dark Stopka, Stone Stopka, Ancient Libra. Actually, you can use Ancient Libra. No, you're not. You're not using Ancient Libra. You're using Meteor and Quake. That's it. Using Meteor, Quake, Demon King's Aura. You're good to go. Pop it in there. You use Invoker of Darkness for the 100% Earth and Dark Imperil Magic Resist buff. Battlefire 2.0 to Ancient Meteor, Ancient Quake. I can't even go over this kit, because like, it's pretty much unusable due to this chaining frame family disaster here with this character. It makes me upset, because this should be something that all players should have access to. And I don't think it was done intentionally. I'll give you the pass that it was an oversight, right? Because it's not like you downgraded his chaining frame family to not be Chaos Wave Awakened. You just didn't upgrade it. If you could, go in, upgrade this guy to Chaos Wave Awakened, right? If retweet this video, retweet your comment, find out, you know, tweet at them or something. Can we get Xande Chaos Wave Awakened? Let's see what happens. Maybe open up a ticket. You know, say that my argument would be, you know, the spirit of Xande was that he was supposed to be able to chain with other relevant mages, and he's not able to now. So if you could make him chain Chaos Wave Awaken instead of Chaos Wave, I really want that to be a thing here. Now, as far as the King Mog is concerned, so for newer players, when we talk about the King Mog real quick, what you guys should be accessing, Xande is not in the King Mog. You get him for free, and you still are going to use him. It's very important here. All players, doesn't matter what you are, doesn't matter if you're free to play, by the way, free to play not, by the way, pay to win, by the way, uninstalled, by the way, reinstalled, by the way. It doesn't matter what you are. You're buying this thing first. Xande's Prism, 150,000 of the currency here, whatever these little blue nuggets are. I don't even know. You're buying this. This will allow you to awaken Xande to a 7-star. 7-star Xande gives you a 200% currency bonus. This is how every King Mog is going to be. You're going to awaken that character to 7-star, so you get bonus currency from having him in your party, which is going to make everything else faster to farm than before. So Xande's Prism, you're definitely buying that. We have Demon King's Power Trust Master rewards in here. I don't care about his TMRs really all that much. It's HP 15%, Magic 40%, MP 3%. You can pick that up if you want to. It's nothing super terrible. I probably would go ahead and get it, especially if you're a newer player. As for veteran players, you can pick this up. You might be able to work this into your mages at some point. It does have that 15% HP on it though, which is, it's going to bulk them up. It only has 40% magic. So there's a lot better magic materials out there. But if you're true dual wielding, you know, 2 weapons, you're going to hit that percentage cap on your magic. So you might be able to, you know, use this to finish off capping your magic, get that little bit of bulk, and then get that MP refresh too. So while it's not like the most crazy thing, I'm thinking new players definitely should pick it up, and veterans should probably just pick it up anyway too, because you'll be able to put it in some sort of build for a min-max situation there. His super TMR is Xande's Rod, which is going to be very, 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 very expensive. These things I think cost like 600,000 King Mog currency, and this thing is going to be 148 magic, 24 spirit, 22 attack, 10% MP rod. Now this thing is either going to be worth the grind or not worth the grind for you. There's a lot of free rods out there, and as a newer player, you're going to be having to get in there. You're going to have those bonus units. You're going to have the grind, 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 grind. This is the one thing in King Mog that is the most expensive nowadays. If you're a newer player, it is cool. You'll get some free rods later on, 120, 140, 160 magic rods out there. Dark Visions is coming out. You'll be able to craft a 200 or so magic rod at some point. I forget what it is. It's like 186 or something magic rod, 188, something around there. And this might be a solid skip. I think a lot of people are going to skip on this, and I'm going to tell everyone to skip on it for the most part. It doesn't have any sort of like niche thing. There's no killers associated with it, and just take a breather. Just don't get it. I don't see it being powerful enough for you guys to have in your builds. Even a new player who wants a rod, if you can get in there and you want that rod, and you have maybe a bunch of bonus units somehow as a new player, and you want to do that grind arena for it, then go for it. But there's a lot of other stuff as a new player you can spend your energy on, right? I do the story. I would tell a new player to do the story before getting this rod. It's not that big of a deal. In a lot of ways, it's just not that good. And as a new player, if you're grinding in the King Mog, you're gonna need a lot of other stuff, right? You're gonna need King Burst Pots, King Metal Manitars, and Gigatars, and Trust Moogles, and money from Gill Snappers, and you need all these awakening materials. So I would just avoid this rod as anyone, new player, veteran, mid-tier player, doesn't matter who you are. I would avoid that rod like the plague. It's not worth the grind, guys. I would definitely just avoid it. Just avoid that rod. But hopefully this helped you out. Remember, maybe, possibly we can get Xande changed. Hopefully we can get him changed. I want to say we probably won't, but I think he should be changed. He should definitely be Chaos Wave Awakened. There's no reason for him not to be. The spirit of the character was to allow players to have access to a unit to chain with better mages. The problem is almost all of those mages, if not all of them, got the global upgrade from Chaos Wave to Chaos Wave Awakened, and he didn't. So now he doesn't have anyone to chain with, and that kind of destroys the spirit of the character. So if we can get that changed, that'd be awesome. A lot of people, that's a really good PR. A lot of people would really enjoy it. It's not going to break your bank to change that for players to have access to that. So please go out there, change him to Chaos Wave Awakened. Let's see if we can get that done. Probably not, but hopefully we can. It'd be really cool if we could do it. Hint, hint. Square Enix, Gumi, who's ever out there, please change them. And if you want to support the channel, like, comment, subscribe if you want to see more stuff like this for the algorithm. Let me know what your thoughts are about this King Mog situation with Xande and global upgrades and kind of forgotten units who don't get that upgrade, because the other ones are a little bit better by having a mixed chaining frame families with someone else. But if someone doesn't get that upgrade when they come out, they are super dead, super dead. So, and thanks again, once again, to those of you who are out there on Patreon and channel members, watching these videos days early and also getting those nice little rewards. I want to see more stuff on Patreon. I want to be able to put up the vote for your character reviews, all the stuff, really in-depth party team composition and stuff of that nature. Once we have enough people ready to vote for that, we're going to open it up and we start doing that stuff. So hopefully in a couple weeks, we'll hit that critical mass of people to where we can vote for content to see on YouTube, and it'll be awesome. It'll be super awesome. We're almost there, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care, guys.